Dante watched the Lotus grow closer on the horizon. There was another petal pod trailing behind him, and 2 others returning to shore. He felt a sudden urge to race them around the restaurant and laughed. He couldn't get it out of his system, no matter how he tried. He was surprised to find the idea so bittersweet as it stung at his eyes. Approaching the great Lotus, the petal unfolded into a platform once again and connected to its home structure with a firm click and a gentle tone that indicated it was safe for him to disembark. The ground felt solid again, and Dante stepped out onto the plaza of Liánhuā's reception balcony. Glancing over his shoulder, he watched as the petal he had been standing on fold itself away into the reticulating architecture of the deck. This is it. There's no going back now. He closed his eyes and took a steadying breath. The restaurant had informed him that his guests were all present now but one. Dante stepped aside from the guests milling around on the deck and stared back across the waves to the city. Should he wait? He took in the scene with all his senses. The scent of Titan's peculiar ocean brine and the crash of its waves. The winds that whipped at his braid. These were the small, precious things his life was made of, and it seemed more fleeting than ever. He'd always known it philosophically, in his mind, but this time he felt it, and it struck him harder than he had anticipated. He tried to preserve it all in amber, the scene, his memories, his life, but the harder he tried, the more maddening it became, like trying to gather the ocean in an eyedropper. And so he let it all go with his breath. With the wind. There was nowhere to go and nothing to do but surrender. Absorbed in the waves below, Dante was pulled back to himself by a sudden tap on the shoulder. He whirled around to see a familiar face, but he couldn't quite place who it was. A famous guy, he thought. A sports broadcaster, maybe?
Hey, man! I thought that was you!
The slicked-up chud said, grabbing Dante's hand in his sweaty palm and giving it a firm shake.
Yeah, it's me.
This place is pretty wild, right? So crazy to be here on opening day like this. I had to drop a pretty steep pile just to outbid this soccer team for a table. Felt bad though when I heard it was a charity thing. But, oh well.
The man stalled Dante as he surreptitiously rolled back the sleeve of his blazer.
He's a fan.
The designer holocom watch glowed on the man's wrist, and after flipping and scrolling through a few interface windows with his finger, the camera app loaded, and the man threw his arm around Dante's shoulders for a selfie before he could protest.
I don't think I've seen you around since the Grand Prix. I was there in the box with you and your brother after the race. Remember?
Oh, right.
You blew it pretty bad on the first couple of laps, but you still finished in the top 3. Not bad, I suppose, but it set you back all season. And that after party, am I right? Totally insane.
Those guys that came in with the fake trophies? Ridiculous.
The man continued, swept away in his own enthusiasm, and oblivious to Dante's wrinkling nose.
It worked, though. Those guys walked right into the VIP lounge and picked a fight with me. Like I even cared that they were fake.
Dante didn't recall any part of this man's description of the night.
Oh, hey, speaking of your brother, is Jack here?
I was just wondering that myself. I just got here. Let me just check in with the maitre d' and find out.
Right on, bro. Tell him he still owes me that cage match, all right, buddy? Saturn Gardens. I'm telling you, it'd do huge numbers.